Peace, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Triple H Breakdown. This is the Behind the Beat segment. My name is Rashawn.
What's up, y'all? My name is Syfe Diggy.
Peace. My name is June.
And today we're going to be covering the incredible No I.D. Let the story begin.
I guess the beginning is his work with Common. Can I Borrow a Dollar? Great album. That was Common's first album, and then he came with Resurrection, which really was pivotal in Common's fucking development.
Oh, that's the classic.
And really sparked No I.D. as a dope producer.
Yeah. No I.D. definitely legendary in his arena of production. He's one of them background guys that not many people know about, I would say. Like, people that's into that listen to the songs don't really know too much and are not aware of how significant his body of work is. This dude got workflow going back into the very early 90s. He got over 20 years in. He produced for people like Common, the G Unit, man, Jaheim, Bow Wow, so his clientele is diverse. He's not just a hip-hop producer or an R&B. He produced for a lot of people, a wide variation.
Tony Braxton,
Janet Jackson, Jamie Foxx. I mean, we talking heavy hitters, Heavy hitters. What I like about this guy, now that I'm reading this list, I'm reading his credits, and I'm looking at what he worked, and I can hear the music in my mind, and I can hear. Like, I like how he put his beats together. He make it soulful. He got that soulful sound. He make that danceable music like Diamond in the Rough. This is a song that I listen to all the time. I always listen to Diamond in the Rough. Matter of fact, when I first got that the Jaheim Still Ghetto album, that was one of the tracks that I used to always have on repeat. Diamond in the Rough.
Yeah, that was my favorite album from Jaheim.
But I never thought, maybe I did look at who produced it and never really paid much attention to it.
Makes me wonder if he did Let's Talk About It on that.
Makes me wonder. Yeah, it's not like listed here. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Another, well, like you said, his credit list is ridiculous. A lot of songs, I didn't know he did all of those songs. And I'm being real with y'all. I'm not going to sit here like I know his whole catalog, but when you scroll down his catalog, it's gonna blow your mind, because Homeboy been out for a minute. Chicago native. Like my man Syfe said, man, he's got that real soulful sound. Which is Chicago is pretty much known for.
Yeah.
They got that husky soulful essence to them as well. But Sparks, what you put me on to recently is the new album, Nas, from Life is Good, Locomotive. I mean, you can look at the Nas episode of Triple H and y'all understand how we feel about that album. But when I first heard that joint, I don't know, man. It's like I was in a time capsule or some shit. And I went right back to Nasty Nas. And it was because of that beat and his delivery on the song. And it's just the way it started out. It's just... You know what I'm saying? That shit's so... Like I was telling my brothers, man, I play that shit when I'm on my way to school. I know I be pissing my professors and shit off. They be hearing that from their window. I be blasting that shit. And that's just when a beat, but that's before Nas even hop on the shit. So when a beat maker can make you do that, and a song becomes part of your soundtrack, your internal soundtrack, that says a lot.
He also did Daughter's track. He did the Daughter's track. I mean, and looking at his whole list, you see that it's huge and it's all like solid work. You know what I mean? It ain't just like a filler. Yeah, he did this. No, he did that. He did that. He did that. And he's so low key. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's reminiscent of how Dilla was or whatever.
Yeah.
Just make a beat.
Yeah.
I'll give my credits, you know what I mean? But I ain't got, No I.D.
The name speaks for itself, almost.
Yeah, you have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that track, that Common track you was talking about earlier with Lauren?
Retrospective of Life. Yeah, I remember that. That got a lot of play.
Big time. I remember the video.
Yeah, it was a single too. They put it out, had a video and everything.
How about that for auto tune?
Wow.
Yeah, that's another big one. That's when his name became familiar to me.
Yeah,
When
most
that
of
came
us.
out. Yeah, and
Most of us.
when you actually hear the actual sample, like where he got it from, I'm like, wow, this dude's a freaking genius. Like, I would have never thought to just chop that little piece and place it to another piece, and it turns into something totally different.
Got that guitar riff.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah. So, you know, and the way he came down on that track, so it all made sense.
Yeah.
You know, Jay-Z put that song out on a Friday, and he put it out for the first time on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a Friday. Whatever day Summer Jam falls into, he put it out the day prior to the Summer Jam. So when he sung that, it's like everyone already knew the words for the whole song and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's definitely a big track. But when you look at the body of work that he did, it all makes sense.
Ghostface.
Right.
Pretty Tony album.
Pretty Tony album. You know, that's one of my favorite albums that he did.
Word, that's definitely. And it's hard. I mean, it's hard to say that when it comes to Ghost, because his whole fucking catalog is so. I love all Ghost shit.
Me too.
Even some cats might not have dug the Wizard album. You know what I'm saying? He's on his R&B shit. I thought that album was dope. But the Pretty Tony album, man, I'm feeling real fucking just grimy and shit. I'm in the crib eating some Chinese food or something. I got my school face on. You know what I mean? That album just in the back of my head. You know what I mean? I give my bitches some money, but you know, no dough. You know, I'm thinking about those little skits that come from the album, and the music that played, you know, right next to it. And that's him, man. You know, No I.D is. To think that he produced that whole album is epic. Because I thought that was some straight, you know, Wu-Tang type of cast that was producing that shit. I should have known better. I mean, obviously I didn't look at it, but I would have thought it was RZA or somebody to that effect. For him to produce that was great.
No I.D is basically amazing. He's like the producer that I helped my development. You know what I mean? He accounted to a lot, like you said, of my internal soundtrack.
Yeah.
Got a lot of his beats, and he's dope.
Yeah, that's that.
He also did that Accident Murderers song.
I had Rick Ross on it too.
And Ricky on
His body of work, man. Artists that get on his joint, he produces for it. Like, top notch. Top notch.
What's the Slaughterhouse joint he did?
He did it was track number 6. We'll come back to that. But he did track. I remember the number. Get Up. That's the song that he did. He also did that other tune. I didn't know he did Run This Town. Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye West.
Wow, running this town. Like, look at his
But yeah, then again, yeah, I can hear it now when I think about it.
Yeah,
I thought that was Kanye joint though in a strange way. That I thought that was Kanye, but it's not to say that he mimics other cats. It's just to show that he's so ill in a whole broad range of sounds that he can give you.
I think it's the point where cats are mimicking him.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that.
No, you're right. You're right.
He's
That's
just on the low. He's low key. You didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? No idea.
And that's sad, man, because you know, cats who don't know, like myself right now, you know, if you don't know his body of work and how long he's been doing it, you might think that he recently, because you know, auto-tune put him on the map. Definitely auto-tune put him on the map. But these cats, like you said, are probably mimicking his son. We just didn't know. We just didn't know no better. So, No I.D, man, let the story begin. Get your hands on him. Pause.
Word. You know, another thing about this dude, I mean, not to mention that he's been producing for 20 years and been relevant for this long. You know, there aren't too many producers that can say they got that body of work that crosses barriers. You got hip-hop producers that's been producing hip-hop for a long time, but they just do hip-hop producing. But this dude is like literally like the hip-hop Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, like the hip-hop version of if I could think of any legendary producer that's branded, you know what I mean?
I think you hit it already.
Like
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Jimmy Jam, Terry
A lot of
Lewis.
people didn't know about them brothers, but they produced pretty much all of the 90s.
He's like a hip hop Motown. This dude. You know, when you look, I mean, just thinking of the beats. It's like Death of Auto-Tune, Dominant or Rough, Retrospect of Life, Get Up, Accident Murderers, the songs that he did for Bow Wow. If you put all that back, it's a No I.D. movie. You know what I mean?
Common, freaking Common, The Dreamer and Believer.
Right.
You know, that album is ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, like from top to bottom, man.
Celebrate.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Celebrates my shit.
Right.
And I got it around. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So on this note, man, No I.D. Man, last words about this man.
Oh, Jamie Foxx. You know, the joints that he do for Jamie Foxx. It's another dude. Whenever he puts something out, or whenever he feel like putting something out, it works. So, I mean, we know this dude is a dude that's definitely eating off of what he do. And he low key, you know, he's not out there like that. You know what I mean? Like,
He's special forces as a producer.
Right.
He's gonna silently come up and chop the fucking neck off.
Right.
Get back in the shadow.
Right.
And shit. You know what I'm saying?
it's like all the attention is geared towards these group of people. But this is a dude who got a body of work. And, you know, his name is not out there like that. He's like so low key, man. I like that. That shit is cool.
Secret agent.
Right. You don't gotta worry about paparazzi, none of that shit.
Dip into the shadows.
You know,
I don't know it was him. Getting that money.
he's getting that money. Word, so you know, if you into beats, man, you the type of dude that like to freestyle off of instrumentals. Hit up YouTube, man. He got joints all over YouTube, all them sites out there. And, you know, get with that real hip hop. You know, not that, what you call it? That flute music. Yeah, we'll call it flute music.
No more watch big, my head hat,
Yeah, that.
got my hat, bit that, did that, hit that, mid that, drugs.
Well, that bullshit. Put some instrumentation in there, son.
Word.
Grow up with your
Slanging.
music.
Slanging.
Watch somebody take that shit, make it a beat.
Hey, my girl mad. My girl got a girl too.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Next episode, we see you.
Chain hang, chain bang, bang bang.